7, reinvent yourself daily. Reinvent yourself daily. The most potent 10 minutes of any day are the first 10 minutes when you first wake up. It's like new snow that has not been trodden on. Wait, I'm thinking Seattle, not LA. It's like a freeway that no car has been on yet. What most people do is they wake up and their thoughts suddenly go random every which direction. You're rehearsing the problems you're going to face that day. You're thinking about the television show last night. It's just scattered and random. You can literally, within about 21 days, change the quality of your life by consciously asking and answering the morning questions. And I'll give these to you in just a second. In fact, we have some time. We might even do some role play with it.
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry. 21 days.
If you do this 21 days consistently in a row, you'll notice some major changes in how you approach life. You do these while you're still in bed, if you wish. I program myself that I just start to emerge, the questions start popping in. You can do it in parallel with your early, your morning routine, showering, all that kind of stuff. First question is, what am I most proud of? What am I most proud of? And think about the things that you're most proud of. Roll them by in your mind. Can you have only one? What do you think? Can you have 10? Is that too greedy? No. Can you have 50? Absolutely. The more things you're proud of, the more you inculcate your nervous system with this feeling of being proud. Yeah. A lot of us hesitate about that because it's not, well, you don't want to brag. Well, if you're not going to brag to yourself, tell the dog. What am I most proud of? Roll all these things through your mind, just as you're doing right now. What am I most committed to? What am I most committed to in my work and in my life? Over time, the answers may change. You can repeat them, that's fine. But you're bringing the sense of what your commitments are to the frontal cortex. What am I most happy about? What makes me happy? Let's just do some throwouts. What makes you happy? What are you most happy about?
I'm healthy.
That you're healthy. Excellent. What are you most happy about? That you're healthy. What are you most happy about?
My marriage.
Your marriage. Excellent. What are you most happy about, Teresa? That you're alive. Very nice. What are you most happy about?
Going on vacation every year.
Going on vacation every year. Excellent. Excellent. When you think about the things that make you happy, you automatically become happier. And if your colleagues do the same thing, it makes them happier as well. This one here, what am I most grateful for? What am I most grateful for? You know, we're having some tough times now in the country. We got sucker punched by 9/11. I think we began to lose our sense of greatness during Vietnam. And so far, we haven't turned it around. The only way it'll turn around is when the masses decide. I'm not talking about a Tea Party revolution. I'm talking about, I'm going to bloom where I'm planted and do what I can to make things better here, and it begins with me. And these questions are going to begin framing that context. If you cultivate an attitude of gratitude, good things happen to you, as opposed to an attitude of, this is all screwed up, and the economy's going to hell, and it's all Obama's fault, or it's all Bush's fault, or whatever. Then you become part of the problem, not part of the solution. And again, as in everything in life, it's a choice. I was at a seminar one time. We were talking about success. And the instructor, I wasn't leading this one, the instructor said, how many people consider themselves very successful? And there was one guy in the front row who did not raise his hand, and he happened to be a CEO. So the instructor said, well, I know who you are. You're a CEO. You don't consider yourself successful? He said, no. Why not? He said, the average CEO makes $7.8 million a year. I only make $3.2. I'm a runner, and my body fat index is 10.2. It should be 6.5. He did this with anger. I said, oh, well, that's interesting. I guess you're not successful. And there was another guy in there who just seemed to be, happy and bouncing off the wall. And they said, sir, are you successful? He said, you betcha. How do you know? He said, every day above ground is a success. Yeah. So choose to be happy for no good reason. Why not? And if you do that, what's going to happen is your baseline, what I call emotional mental state, is going to increase. And the little things won't bother you as much. And you'll be better prepared to handle them because you've built it from the inside. You've designed a life. You've created it yourself the way you meant yourself to be, the way God meant yourself to be, when you're at your very best. And finally, who do I love? Bring to mind the face of every individual you love. And who should you start with? Yourself. Yeah. And who do I love? Go through all of them. Can you include people you don't know? Is that legal? Start with yourself, close family members and loved ones, relatives. They may not all make that cut. Okay, team members. Keep radiating out in greater and greater circles. Could you love the whole planet? Absolutely. Could you love every individual on this earth? Absolutely. Yeah. If you really want to try an interesting exercise, some evening, go into the bathroom or a place where there's a mirror, light a couple candles, make sure you're not disturbed, and simply allow yourself to have a soft gaze in the mirror and say, I love you. Pretty powerful. Pretty powerful. You may have a great cry, but I think we need that once in a while. For men, it's tougher, but I recall on 60 Minutes, General Westmoreland was interviewed, and he said, and the interviewer asked, do you ever cry? He said, yeah, I cry a lot. He said, I would not trust a man who can't cry. Interesting. So that's pretty much what I had. We're reaching the end of the hour. Did you get some good stuff out of this? Yes. Fabulous. Thank you, thank you.